Hello, my friends. Just a short little sum up. I hope everything is nice. Whatever you don't like, try and correct it. Try and understand what got you there, how you can make it go away so you don't have to continue thinking about something that is actually not going to help you anywhere in the future except for the thought that it already happens. You must compress and defragment exactly the way your computers are. That's the way we are, okay? We have the two parts of our mind, and one part, okay, is the animal like. We must induce it with reality, and the reality goes like this. Whether you believe that in December of 2012, of the 21st of December, that this world is going to be in turmoil and everything will fall down, get out of the stock market. Don't waste your time. Don't try to make an extra 6% this year. Are you going to try and make an extra 6% this year and probably lose 26%? Just get out. It's just time for the families. Now, right now I'm directing it only at one primary source, the families. The families with kids, okay? Now, it's nothing to really worry about, you know, because whatever happens, it's going to happen, and if it's that big, we won't be able to change it. But what we don't want to happen in between this time is we don't want to have people starting to run our lives, okay? Because we don't need people to run our lives. God did not create this planet to create it for His Son, Jesus Christ, to come here and see us push each other around. That's not it. Whatever information that anybody in the richest world, meaning the bankers of any sort, who is inquiring and who's into this, they've got something wrong, because everybody knows, okay, that if you knock everybody else off, eventually you'll have to consistently knock everybody else off until they knock you off. Is that the kind of world you want to live in? That's the way it will be that way. Just look at the past 5,000 years. Nothing has changed. When things change, this is the way it goes. Everybody on top, even Scarface, ended up with his face down in the snow, okay? And that was the end of his blow, right? Thing is, you see, whether anything comes, the government is preparing that way, and they want us to think that way. So don't let them come over you. Don't let them push you out, okay? Whatever comes, comes. And let me tell you one thing. If the government is showing us all these things now, this guy is showing me something, and I saw a tape of another guy showing me a UFO, this is happening, okay? Because in the end times, right, everybody wants to show a little bit of something, what they knew all the time, so they're showing the people so they can get the excitement under their blood of what they've hidden for so many years. But at the same time, right, God is popping up His own UFOs out there right now. The Creator's right out there right now, okay? Because it's the end of the game. It's the end of the cycle. 41 by 625, 200, 225, 225. That's the pound key. That's how the pound key works. And if you work it right, it comes out to 2012. I've done it many, many, many times. Just put it like this. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. 25 years each. Why? Your quarter. The passage, the orignal, which is the moose. The or is the gold. A ring, okay, ignal. The antlers are the communication. And it's a 25-cent passage, means the secondary world of 5. Secondary world, or second level of the 5 number, which equals to the n number. So you have en of what? END, because the minute you connect the E and the N, which is in the center of the roulette, automatically the D connects, the D letter. So it marks END, and it makes a check at the same time. So each one of these is 9. 9 times 25 is 225. You have 4 sides, but you always have to minus that one, because that's the beginning of the first one. God couldn't do anything until this passage was created. Passage 2 and passage 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the center. That's the way it is. And then He turns over the wheel, and then He redoes the same thing down here. So what you end up with, okay, is the letter L this way, and then the letter L back up this way, creating your now Rubik's Cube square, leaving the center point open, of course, and that's where the foxhole is. There's your foxhole. No, it's a foxhole here, and a foxhole here, and here's a fox, there's a fox, everywhere's a foxhole. This total cube, There are how many? 4 sides? No, there are 6 sides. How many? 9. 9 times 6, 54. 54 is the number of love. Train 208. Why train 208? Because train 208 means you have to play with 4 of these. Okay? Bottom house, expression house, beta house, man's game house, and then back again to expression house, which is 5, which means the return home. There's only 4 numbers and a passage for this one cube. 4 numbers and a pass, 4 numbers and a pass. 4 and 4 is 8, 1 passage in the center is 9. That is the foxhole birth. Now, of course, it's hard to understand everything. I just can't, there's so much. Eventually, I will come out here with different cassettes, like I'm doing one right now on cards. C-A-R-D-S. Creation Angel Resident. Delta Connection Spirit Cards. C3A1R18. 22 meaning life. Add 4 equals 26. Dog, another way to say dog. Never thought of that one before. Pretty cool, right? I am Mr. TACPAN 7286. I already told you that story, how this all began, eh? Wow, like 40 years ago when I first started my first dreams. Until 7 years ago where it came to be true, and I only realized it last year. And this is so cool, let me tell you. This is so cool. Do I want to leave? No, when I'm in this mode, I do not want to leave this mode. But yes, I do go in and out because I do not put too much pressure on it, because you do not want to fatigue the mind. You fatigue the mind goes nowhere, and the mind is everything. The my and that's my end of the stick, the my end of the stick. Thank you.